Your business to go to another level. You must try to learn and hear something new. So make the change today. So don't procrastinate and see your business grow and change. So check out Testing Results, yeah, with Tony Harris Taylor. Tony Harris Taylor. Testing Results, oh yeah, with Tony Harris Taylor. Yeah, yeah.
Is your current brand and marketing strategy not working? Do you feel stressed, frustrated, or stuck in not getting the exposure or engagement you want? Do you need the help of an experienced and knowledgeable team that can get you the results you desire?
We are Goodall,
Hill,
and Wallet, your creative brand and marketing strategists.
With over 30 years of combined experience, we help your brand to stand out, to attract and engage customers, and grow revenue. Take our free brand and marketing assessment quiz on our site.
We deliver your game plan
Help you to have a healthy mindset about your brand.
and with your winning team to help you deliver results.
We are GHW, GHWmarketingstrategy.com.
Hi, this is Tony Harris Taylor with another fabulous author of the Purpose, People, and Profits book, How Everyday Entrepreneurs, and in this case, leaders, get drastic results. My name is Tony Harris Taylor, and I am the CEO and founder of Drastic Results Marketing and Sales Coaching, where I help entrepreneurs to get known, get connected, and get paid to make six figures and beyond. I'm also the proud multi-unit franchise owner with Network in Action Global Partners, where we bring business owners together for connections, collaborations, and more cash. And lastly, I am the host of the Viral Networking Conference, where we bring business owners together for marketing strategies to take their businesses viral. Thank you for watching today. So today, my guest is Mrs. Kristy Wills, and she is a regional sales manager at a local bank. And I'm excited to have her because she's talking to us from a totally different perspective. Since she's not a business owner, but she is a leader of a team, she's going to talk to us about leadership. So Kristy, welcome. And in your own words, who are you and what do you do?
Well, like you said, I am a regional sales manager, and what I do is basically in my leadership role, I focus on supporting the team members within their career development, but also increasing the productivity within the organization.
And so how did you get into banking?
Well, interesting story was when I was a kid, I always wanted to be the singer. That was my dream, ambition. And then I decided I wanted to have children. So then after that, I actually went and got my cosmetology license. So I was into hair and loved all that stuff. And so I was a cosmetologist for many years. And then one day I told my mom that, it was taking away too much time from my daughter. And I wanted to have more of a set schedule when, that I had a 9 to 5. And so she was in banking and she said, go down and talk to somebody and they have a teller position. So here I am 22 years later. Always told my mom growing up that I would never be in banking. And here I am 22 years later, and she laughs at me every time she sees me. So yes.
That is funny. Our moms know best, right? You know, my mom brought me
Yeah.
into entrepreneurship. And so even though we buck them, they know best. And so it's good that she knew, because you've had a great career in banking. So let's talk about leadership. Most leaders have a desire to leave an impact on their people and their organizations. So what is the impact you want to leave on your people and organization?
I want the impact to be basically, I want to make sure that my team remembers me, knows that I was able to help their career and change their career, because that's what got me here, was the change in, past leadership has taught me the value of people. That's why I do what I do. I love the people. And so the impact I want to make is the impact to make a difference on them, to show them what they can actually do within their own career.
That is awesome, because a great leader grooms their people to come up so that they can go up. I have heard it said that some leaders in corporate, they actually stifle their people because they don't want them to move up, because they don't want to lose good people from those positions. Mm-hmm. But I know that's not the way you are. You want to groom them so that they can move up. And then by of course, circumstance, you'll move up as well. So who are the people that have been instrumental in helping you to find your purpose as a leader?
Well, there's been many in my life. So through leadership, I was actually, when I worked for another organization, I had a leader that really, truly believed in me and spent a lot of time developing me, even went to the point of even scheduling when I was going for an interview, I had to go and hold like a sales call and kind of like a sales meeting. And so he groomed me in a way to show me, hey, I want you to practice this on us, and I'm going to give you feedback. And this was somebody that went above and beyond to really play a part in my career, got me to that next level. And then I haven't stopped, but I never forget him. And that's one of the people really made a huge impact within my career path.
And how important was having a mentor like that to your success?
Oh, it's very important. It's important all the way through your journey. No matter what level you get to, you always need a mentor in your life.
Absolutely. So now you're in coaching with me. And so I can't recall, but is this your first time investing in a higher level coaching program? And,
yes, it is.
How's that helped you?
It has helped me tremendously. It's something I didn't even know, to be honest with you, that existed. I'd never heard about that until I came to your conference. And once I did, and I heard all the amazing things of how much success the people were having around me, and I wanted to be that. I wanted to be more successful, more driven. And so being a part of your coaching and your community has made a huge impact to where I know now that going forward, I'll always need this in my life. It's not like you stop needing it. I feel like you're always developing, always changing. And so coaching and this has been phenomenal within my leadership.
I love that. And I've had the privilege as well to train and help some of your team to help with their networking, because really people have this misconception that because a bank hangs a shingle that the business will come. But the truth is the business will not come unless you get out and make it come through networking. So what role has networking helped in helping you to find your purpose?
Huge. It's been huge in my career. It's crazy because it's before where I came from was into a bank where you said like a lot of times that people are walking in the door. So I did come from a big company. And so when I changed companies, I knew right from the beginning, this was a company that needed to be out in the community, getting to know known, being out there. Networking has made a huge impact in my life and my career. Because also it's not just about bringing in the business, it's about growing those relationships, which I've done with a lot of people that haven't even came bring me their business, but they're a relationship that I have, and I depend on them. And then also in ways we help each other out through this. So through the networking, I've been able to grow this other family, I guess what you can say. And so I always have someone kind of to depend on, not only, in my career, but within my personal as well.
And you have done a fabulous job with that. And everybody loves you. And slowly but surely, you're starting to get more visibility for the bank. We're having networking events at your bank. And then we are bringing our accounts to you. So I'm a satisfied client, and I'm just growing my deposits with you as well. So,
Yeah.
so who's the inspiration, or what is the inspiration that keeps you going when life and business gets difficult?
My family. I really know that's it's not, I want to make them proud. And so I want to do the best I can do for them. I feel like there's what I was saying, there's no level to where you could go. And so I know that they inspire me. They're proud of me. But I do it for them.
And you have a beautiful family, and they have your children, your husband has been so supportive. And so I've had the privilege of meeting some of your family, and I'm looking forward to meeting more of them as well. So what's the biggest drastic step you've ever taken as a leader?
Well, the drastic step, is hiring you for a coach, because I never in my world would have ever even known I needed that or even done that. Because I know when I told my husband how much, he looked at me with shock on his face on, what are you doing? So it was a drastic step for me. But I believed in it so much that I knew it was something I needed in my life. You even said, "What can I do for you?" And I told you, "I just want to be you." That's exactly what I said.
And the ultimate compliment. But I want to add something to that. Yes, it was drastic because you are a executive leader, and we're talking, I'm mainly a business owner coach, but you saw something in me and the community that you wanted to be a part of it. But let's tell the truth. You were in the middle of building a house.
Yeah.
You invested in yourself as a corporate person. The bank didn't do it. You did it while in the middle of building a house. Sister, that is drastic.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But it's been worth every moment.
Oh, thank you. So how do you stay motivated and focused on your goals, especially when your team isn't really performing the way you would like? How do you keep that momentum going for yourself?
I have to think differently. So I have to think of different ideas outside the box of what, so that we don't get into the habit of doing every day the same way. And so I have to think of different ways to kind of get the team engaged, to kind of get my excitement back, because what makes me excited is seeing them excited and being successful. And so a lot of times I'll just sit down and I'll even talk to them and say, "What do you need from me? How can I help you? What feedback do you have to where we can change whatever we need to change so that we can get you more engaged?" Because that's the biggest thing in leadership, is keeping your team engaged all the time, because we all naturally as humans lose that focus sometimes, and we have to be reminded of why we're there and what we're doing.
Absolutely. And so keeping them engaged, especially when things aren't going perfectly, is the sign of a great leader. So can you tell us about a time when in your leadership journey where you had a particularly rewarding moment?
Yes. I think one of the most rewarding is when I had an employee I hadn't seen for many years, and he was an amazing employee. He actually had left after I had left the leadership, so I was no longer his leader, but he left afterwards. But he just happened to walk into a branch I was at one day and asked to speak to me. And I walked out and I saw him. I was like, "Wow, I haven't seen you in forever." He said, "I heard you were here." He said, "And I just wanted to make the time to come by and say thank you." And I said, "Thank you." And he said, "Yes." He said, "Thank you so much for everything you've done in my career," and said that he wouldn't be where he was if it wasn't for me. And that to me is the most rewarding thing about being a leader. I've had that happen multiple times, and that's why I do what I do. Even most recently, we were on the retreat. I had somebody send me a picture of their engagement photo And it was a gentleman that came in and interviewed with me that was in marketing and said to me the reason why he wanted to go into banking because he had seen the success of his brother in the career and wanted to get to that level. And he wanted to be able to have a family someday and have a wife and all this. And so he was at the beginning stage of his life. And so the picture he sent was him proposing to his wife and said he wouldn't be there if it wasn't for me. And so that to me is like the most rewarding thing in my career.
That is a beautiful story. And I'm sure if you could think deeply, you'd have 10 more of those, many, many more. But as a leader, it's important, and you are doing a great, fantastic job of grooming your team. So what advice would you give to aspiring leaders, those who want to go up the corporate ladder? What advice would you give to them?
Well, I would say keep your focus on the people. Many leaders, I feel they fail because they forget to focus on the people and they start to focus on themselves. Instead of focusing on what you can get from them, you need to focus on what you can do for them, how you can help them grow and keep that focus, because that's going to be the one thing. You've got to keep the recognition going and to keep the engagement going. The recognition is a huge piece in leadership, recognizing even their efforts when maybe they didn't hit the mark, but they got close to it, but recognizing the hard work that they did to try to get there. So it's a huge thing. Keep your eye on, focus on the people, and you'll be a successful leader.
I love that. Love that. I have another question, and that is, you got how many children, how many grandchildren, a husband, a mama? How do you balance all that?
I just do a daily, we try to do the best we can. I know I, of course, would love to be more present than when I am. Part of it too is like, I'm not self-employed, so I don't own the company. So part of that is, I have that time. So I do have the time I can kind of clock out and step away to where I have time for them. And I take my vacation time. I always make sure I use all my personal time allowed.
Yeah, and congratulations again on getting your house built. And she also is an awesome singer. And so if you ever get to meet with her, ask her to sing a note or two for you. So my final question is, what quote inspires you?
I didn't pick a quote.
You didn't pick a quote. That was the last question. Well, I will tell you what the quote is that inspires you. Ready?
I have a lot of quotes. I put a quote every week in my meeting deck at work.
Well, I'll tell you the one that inspires you. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, because I know.
Oh, yeah. That's good. Yes.
And let's not forget, show up. Be up, follow up. Well, Kristy, I want to thank you for your time today and sharing your leadership information, because there are some aspiring leaders who will pick up, and actually business owners are leaders, right? I have team. And so really your answers are going to help our readers, whether they are self-employed or corporate employed, to be better leaders overall, even if they're just leading themselves and their clients. So thank you. How can people get in touch with you?
Well, I can be reached at 281-967-9729.
Excellent. Thanks again, and I appreciate your time. This is Toni Harris Taylor saying, take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow, and we'll see you on our next call. Bye.
Let's get drastic, building relationships to get you known, get you connected, and get paid.
At Forever Forward Financial, our mission is to teach people how money works. us assisting families and business owners to learn how to make more money, save more money, grow their money, and keep it all safe. We believe people need to have financial goals and build a financial foundation for their future. To schedule your free 2-hour consultation, call 727-422-7761 or email foreverforwardfinancial@gmail.com.